To your attention is the implementation of future agricultural engineers training technology in the informational and educational environment. To train future agricultural engineers, it is advisable to form tutorials for the study of each discipline in the conditions of informational and educational environment. The application of the presented technology provides an opportunity to combine the educational process in the classroom with learning in the informational and educational environment, forms analytical abilities and competences in professional activity. Features of training of agricultural engineers in the informational and educational environment are the following. Informational and educational environment maintains constant access in the educational process. An option with a greater degree of interaction is possible when using mobile devices during classes. It is possible to get direct feedback while studying at home and to interact with higher education applicants during lectures. Studying in an informational and educational environment requires the use of interactive audiovisual online tools. It is presented the training technology of future agricultural engineers in an informational and educational environment. When studying the disciplines of the initial level, the first and the second courses, preparation for lectures is accompanied by interactive content of informational and educational environments such as audiovisual lectures, webinars, and glossary. Preparation for practical classes in the informational and educational environment involves working with online glossaries, watching videos, solving engineering problems in workshops, working with presentations. Preparation for laboratory classes may include video instructions, calculation parts, working with the glossary, and viewing presentation. Preparation for the seminars in the informational and educational environment can include work with online glossary and video instructions. Independent work includes webinars and interactive content of informational and educational environment. Online support should be provided through chats and thematic forums. When studying the cycle of the bachelor's level, the third and the fourth years of study in the informational and educational environment, preparation for lectures is carried out with the help of interactive multimedia lectures. Preparation for practical classes includes roundtable in thematic forums, online practical classes, interactive tasks, educational computer interactive simulators. It is expedient to apply interactive tasks, educational computer interactive simulators for laboratory classes in the process of preparation of bachelors in agricultural engineering. Uh, the preparation of higher application applicants of specialty agricultural engineering for seminars may include presentations, interactive tasks, video conferences, and thematic chat conferences. Independent work in the informational and educational environment is based on interactive multimedia lectures, practical tasks, educational computer interactive simulators, and research projects. The practice is provided by video conferences, thematic chat conferences, online support. It is necessary to monitor the results of bachelors in agricultural engineering and to study the acquisition of degree of professional competencies. The scheme of training with the help of tutorials for learning in the informational and educational environment is the following. Higher education applicants, with the help of applicants for reading QR codes, enter the appropriate section of the course and begin to perform tasks on PC or mobile phone using presented in the tutorials for learning in the informational and educational environment, interactive audiovisual online tools. Found a grade forms from the points in the class and points in the online course. There are examples of tutorials for learning in the informational and educational environment developed by the authors. The general view of the course and using of QR codes for submission in interactive audio-visual online tools are presented. Monitoring of the students' result in the conditions of informational and educational environment consists on the acquisition of competencies in the informational and educational environment and monitoring of learning results in the informational and educational environment. Interactive audiovisual online tools are presented on this slide. For example, audiovisual and interactive lectures, multimedia presentations for practical works, interactive laboratory works, roundtables, online conferences, practice reports, educational computer interactive simulators, for example, graphical educational simulators for consolidations of knowledge or drawing details. Educational computer interactive simulators for consolidation of knowledge in solving engineering problems. Educational computer interactive simulators for consolidation of knowledge on mastering theoretical material. The experimental procedure included following steps: selection of control and experimental groups, development of methodological tools, determination and assessment of bachelor's readiness formation level for professional activity in the conditions of informational and educational environment, introduction of future agricultural engineers professional training technology, comparison of indicators of bachelor's readiness level for professional activity after the introduction of the OSUS developments, and generalization and conclusion about the efficiency of the proposed OSUS developments. It is presented the calculation of the Kolmogorov-Smirnov criterion for comparison the readiness level for professional activity in the informational and educational environment at the beginning of the experiment and at the end of the experiment. The number of bachelors in agricultural engineering in which the level of readiness for professional activity in the informational and educational environment at the end of the experiment in the experimental group is higher than in the control. It is presented the comparison of the readiness level for professional activity of bachelors in agricultural engineering in the informational and educational environment in the experimental and control groups at the beginning and at the end of the experiment. At a high level, at the end of the experiment, we have an increase of almost 20%, while in the control group, the increase is 7%. At a sufficient level at the end of the experiment, uh, it's possible to claim an increase of more than 40%, while the control groups, the increase is 12%. At the average level in the experimental groups, the increase is 5%, and in the control groups is more than 20%. At the initial level, at the end of the experiment, in the experimental groups, the indicators decrease almost by 65%, while in the control groups, only by 45%. Upon completion of the formative experiment, it can be argued that the future agriculture engineers training technology in the informational and educational environment is effective. The outline technology provides an opportunity to combine the educational process in the audience of the Bachelor in Agriculture Engineering with learning in the informational and educational environment, forms analytical skills and professional competencies. Thank you for attention.